Hey my gorgeous Sagitts, I hope you are all well and this universal conscious energy is not making you feel as wacky as it's making me feel, but we're going to dive straight in. So I'm using the Animal Oracle deck first to get you an animal card before I dive into the reading. So let's have a look. We've got the bee. Oh, I like it. Productivity. The bee. It's time to examine your productivity. Disorganisation and indecisiveness may be causing you to miss opportunities. Take a moment to prioritise your goals and get a clear view of how to get where you want to go and what it will take to get there. Some of my Sagitts though need to clean the bedroom. It's the disorganised energy, it's that chaotic energy around us can create a chaotic energy within us as well. So I feel like this week it's to get proactive and productive and like kind of get organized, whether that be within your thoughts or whether that be within like the 3D realm, your home, the thing, you may be doing some tip runs, like taking things to the dump, and getting rid of. So it's about getting productive, moving, putting some action. So I'm using the Yin Yang Oracle, the Lilith designs for the main reading. So for my Sagitts, a week of self-love. You will create better when you set intentions from a place of self-love. And being organised and doing that type of thing and letting go of things that you don't really need anymore and, kind of getting order within that chaos, you're putting out there that you want to bring in something from the same energy, and it's manifesting. You're going to create from your intentions. So if your intentions is to have a smooth running life, you've got to put something in place first to show the universe that you really mean it. Yeah, your challenge this week is forming structure, solid foundations. I feel like some of my Sagitts need to sit down tonight and make a to-do list for this week. I need some structure. I need a game plan. I need, a kind of to-do list for each day. You need some solid structure. So you may be feeling a bit ungrounded at the minute, but as soon as you get that routine or that structure in, Sag, you're off. You're off. Why is it coming around this week? The Ace of Water, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So you may have been dealing with a water sign, but you may also have water in your chart. Always check your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. The Ace of Cups is about feeling abundant. It's about that, the cup runneth over, things to celebrate. And the cup runneth over when we're in that self-love energy and we've got that space and we've got that time for ourselves and we can applaud our own achievements. And I feel like this week is definitely a week of structure and routine. In the past, we've got control tactics. I feel like I need to clarify that. You may have felt like you've lost control. I am getting a bit of depression, anxiety, Sagitts. You may have had people around you that were doing that as well. Yeah, because you're coming into a flow of stability, harmony and flow. So you're coming into an energy of maybe you felt like everybody else had control over you or other things. It may have been substances or whatever. Whatever had control over you at one point, this week is about you getting up, being proactive, being productive and putting some kind of like flow and structure into your own life. Bringing around that stability for yourself. You're doing it. Forming that structure, that solid foundation. I like the energy. It's very grounded. I do feel like you're going to be grounded enough to put this into perspective this week, Sagitts. Because towards the end of the week, we've got an epiphany, a breakthrough. So once you clear that energy out and clear those atoms out and, you create, you clear that space for better intentions, the epiphany comes through, the breakthrough comes through. And if that is something that's had control over you, maybe you are going to be like kind of granted the strength to, I wanted to say dissolve what the control that that once had, if that makes sense. You're going to be a busy bee this week. Yeah, it's action. Your power this week, Sagittarius. It's not a time to sit around and just think that things are going to just knock on the door or, you know, just come to fruition on their own. It's going to take you having the courage to put the action in order to bring them new beginnings around. You've got Jupiter, the planet of luck, bringing things in for you. You know, everything's aligning for your success. You just need that structure. The outside influence, we've got spying, watching and inspecting. So that as an outside influence, I want to say as well, some of my Sagittarius are spending too much time online. So it could be like, and I've done it myself when I've been feeling anxious or down, depressed. I do have BPD and PTSD. I can go on like reels and stuff like that, and I can just, you know, funnily enough, I did a short today about doom scrolling. That's the type of energy. I feel like it's time to put that down, put the phone down or turn the TV off, and it's time to get proactive with your energy, because you're putting out, like you're telling the universe, I want stability, I want things to flow, I want solid foundations, I want routine. This feels around mental health. For your mental health, you know, that's got to be the utmost thing all the time. You have got to look after your mental health in this crazy world, because it is crazy. Everything does get to us, you know. So we've got assistance from spirit guides coming through. So it is a week where you may be feeling loved ones around you, or just feeling that sense that the universe has got you back, you know, your higher self. And it's like you're getting this, if you've been going through a lonely energy as well, it's almost like you're finding your place within you. You know, rather than finding your place in the world, you're finding your place within you. And that's the best place you can start off with, because that's where you find your true authentic self. That's going to bring people in and bring situations and opportunities in that are going to help. Yeah, you're breaking a pattern. We've got toxicity, we've got bound, and we've got patterns. What have you been bound to? What has had control over you? You know, you're escaping it. Yeah, the rose-tinted glasses are off. It is time to see through the confusion and the illusion. And sometimes we can lie to ourselves and say, I'm fine, I'm fine. I cannot stand those words, I'm fine. I've used them so many times when I shouldn't have, when I should have spoke my truth, when I should have asked for help, that type of thing. If you know my story, you'll know why. The rose-tinted glasses are off. You're realising that you've got to put that work in, you've got to do something. You know, you're saving yourself. And I commend you for it. Love it. Because your outcome is the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Fire, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You're turning back to you. It's like, I am the phoenix. I will rise back from the ashes. I absolutely love this reading. I love this reading. I don't have any Sagittarius in my chart, but I love this reading. So, go burn brightly, Sagittarius. I love you lots. Mwah.